Welcome to Math and Logic Online. This is just a quick overview of the course. This class is located in MyLabs Plus. It's not in Blackboard, so you can get to it by going to fetc.edu and then clicking on My FETC at the top and then clicking on My Labs. That will bring you to a login screen where you can enter your ID and password. My name's Tim Zick. I don't know what I'm supposed to tell you. I put this in the slide, but I forgot. I don't know. I got my bachelor's at Luther College in math with a minor in computer science. Got my master's at Iowa State in mathematics. I have a new cat, and like my hands are all cut up because I tried to pick her up, and we're still working on that. The best way to get a hold of me is by email, especially since you're online students, unless you're on main campus and you just see me and want to talk to me or catch me in my office. But just send me an email, zick@fetc.edu. You can also call me, 920-735-4803, or stop by my office, especially during my office times, but anytime you think you might catch me, feel free to do that. For this class, you'll need a calculator. This calculator at most has to be able to do exponents really. So most calculators on phones will do that, especially if you turn them sideways. The calculator on your computer will probably work for you fine, but just any calculator. You do need internet access, which I assume you have because you're watching this video and you took an online class. And you also need some kind of text editor to be able to do the projects. So one of the projects you'll write a paper, and the other ones you'll need to write down answers. So some kind of text editing software, whether that's Microsoft Word or Google Docs or any of those kinds of things. How to pass this class. So let me tell you how you get points. First, you get points for doing weekly activities. Those are worth 10%. So you come in, you do your activity, you do that every week on time, that'll get you that 10%. Next, do your homework. So our online math system lets you redo problems when you get them wrong, so you can always get 100% on it. So you can get 25% of your grade just by doing your homework and just by redoing the problems until you get them right. Do the 4 projects. Okay, there's 4 projects in the course. Start on them early as soon as you have access to them. The first one should be posted already. Those are worth 10% of your grade each, so that's a big chunk of your grade. And then finally, take the tests. There's 3 tests. Take those guys. There's practice tests so you can prepare for them, and that should get you there. If you do things by the time they're due, you won't be scrambling at the end. I think it's better to turn in a crummy project on the due date so you can do a rewrite than to wait until the end and turn in even a better project, because that feedback that lets end the rewrite will really let you improve your score possibly more than if you just spent more time on it. If you have trouble with MyLabs Plus, let me know, right? Shoot me an email. If you have questions on the projects, I'm the person to talk to. I wrote them. I know what I'm looking for. If you have questions about your homework, I'm a pretty good reference. In your homework, you'll see under the help features and ask my instructor. That's a great way to ask me a question about the homework. It's also another quick way to just find my email address and email me. If you have questions about anything else, anything, like in this course, just email me. I'm the best person to talk to. I know what I'm looking for, and I can help you with any of the topics in the course. When you email me, I will try to get back to you as soon as I see the email. Generally, when I'm at work, I'm on my email all day. If I'm off campus, I try to remember to check my email a couple times, in the evenings and on the weekends, but sometimes I'll forget on the weekend. The key of this, though, is if you send me something important and you don't hear back from me, like within a day, you might want to follow up with me because I may not have gotten it. It may have been blocked by our campus's email filter or gone into my spam or junk folder. That doesn't happen often, but it did happen once with a student in their project. So they thought they turned in their project. I thought they'd never turned in their project, so we had to figure that out at the end of the semester after I'd emailed them a few times. But if you email me a project, as soon as I see that email, I'll reply and say, hey, thanks, I got it. Then I'll, grade it later and get back to you with my grades, but I'll let you know when I get something like that. Final thoughts. Don't be a jerk. Be nice to each other out there. I know the internet isn't always known for being nice to each other, but on the activity message boards, which is the place where you'll run into each other the most, just be nice. Just be polite. Kidding doesn't always come across as nice online, so If you want to make a joke, just say, hey, I've got something funny. Like, what about this? I have no idea, but just don't be a jerk. Feel free to reach out to me at any time for any reason. I want you to pass. I've got a lot of students in online this semester, so I'll do my best to keep up with you and keep in individual contact. But if you're struggling, if you need help, let me know. I want you to pass. I want everybody to pass. Instead of continuing to ramble on and tell you what I think you should do, here's some advice that former students gave me to give to you. Okay, apparently I did not put these in the right display order, but too late for that. This person says, watch all of Mr. Zick's videos. They're way better than the textbook material. So each week I will be posting links to videos that cover the topics in the course. So if you, here's what I would do if I was online. I would click on the homework and I'd be like, if I can do it, great. If I can't, I would need some help. If you need that help, those videos are there. Alternately, if you like more the idea of taking this class as if it were in person, watch the videos, take notes on them, and then go do your homework, okay? But the benefit is you can always go back to those videos. Okay, another advice. One piece of advice I would give next semester students is try and work ahead, especially on the projects. It may seem like you have a lot of time to work on them, and then the due date shows up. So this person says, hey, you got those projects, work on them ahead of time. Okay, if I were to give any advice for future students, I tell them I enjoyed Math and Logic more than any previous math course I've taken, mostly because I can more easily see how many of the concepts we learned are useful in daily life. Perhaps hearing this would put them in the proper positive attitude at the start of the course. Okay, fair enough. Upside down, very good. This student said, I would also make it very apparent that the project percentage is a huge part of their grade, and it's worth submitting earlier for feedback to get as many points as possible. Okay, good. The only thing I would suggest a student do is not forget about the course, even though it is an online course, make enough time to complete the work, but also turn in work that will give you a good grade. Okay, don't forget about it. Good. Reach out to the instructor with questions and concerns. He's very helpful and wants you to succeed. I do indeed. If you're stuck on something, email the teacher. He's very useful. I had good communication with the instructor. Okay, nice. Just work hard and don't fall behind. That really applies to most of these courses. Or mini courses, I think, and I think would serve you well here. Okay, just to wrap up, again, if you have any questions on the material, the syllabus, how I'm grading things, any of those things, please just reach out to me, zick@fetc.edu, or give me a call on the phone. Thank you.